Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
We are here once again with another episode of Parking Lot Parables.
Yes, sir. What's this? Episode number 44?
I done lost count.
Bruh, like, for real, man.
But I just want to take a moment to introduce
Yes, sir.
the one and only.
Mm-hmm.
The one and only.
One and only.
Derrick Carter Sr.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, bro?
What's happening, fellas? What's going on? What's going on?
Man, nothing much, bro. It's been a interesting year
Yeah.
so far. Man, like, how's the year been treating you?
Man, honestly, with a few words, just faith tested.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
By far, faith tested. Just so many things going on with a lot of people that I personally know. And
Yeah.
it's just, I tell you, man, it's getting to the point where, hey, your faith is just like, you're like, ooh, and so many questions, but somehow we just got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely, man.
Can't even lie. A couple of times I was like, man, F this shit. Like,
Oh,
For
man.
real.
Hey, I think I was just there like 2 days ago.
Okay,
Well, hey,
for real. It'd be like that,
real.
though. Like,
I was like that
man.
earlier today at work. Well, I'm like, man, I don't need, man, the pandemic taking over, boy.
Man, I'm telling you, it really is, even to the point like, Michelle's brother actually just recently tested positive for COVID. My wife's brother.
Yeah.
And I tell you, like, it has always hit close to home, especially from people that you really, really know and talk to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're like, whoa, your husband died? Like, it's just weird. But
Yeah.
our brother just recently tested last week and, been doing better.
Yeah.
But
Good.
still, like, now I believe it's kind of turned into like pneumonia. So, which
Yeah.
is, it's just on a whole nother scale, but he's doing
That's
much
the
better,
rough one right there.
which I'm glad about that. He's
Yeah.
up and walking around a little bit, but
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
just like, geez, I'm just like, okay, God, just this time, just take it away completely.
Okay.
About over 200,000 people
Yeah.
died, man. That's it's like a movie. It's unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't seen them type
Yeah,
of
man.
numbers, man. We ain't
Yeah.
seen them type of numbers.
Whew.
But so what we want to talk to you about, bro, we wanted to talk about fatherhood, the importance of it. Do you feel that in this day and time in the modern family, do you feel that the father or the importance of the father is still prevalent? Or maybe held to, is it still held up like it used to, like back in the day?
Honestly, I don't think it is, because I feel like a lot of the fathers today, especially the younger generation, and I can speak probably from the ages of between, young fathers, let's say, who are married or whatever, between the ages of 20 and 40, and I don't think that it's held up to where it should be because of personal agendas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just feel like, so many have either missed out on things growing up themselves. So instead of pouring that back into their kids and saying, hey, because I missed out, I'm going to make sure that I give you every opportunity.
Yeah.
The issue I see now is they're pursuing their opportunities and then their kids are being left out.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, either that or they trying to live through their children.
Yeah, or trying to live through their kids. Yep. That's probably the biggest of it all. Live through their kids, make their kids do what they want to do or that they saw themselves doing. So then they're going to push their kids to do it.
Yeah, man.
A total opposite, complete total opposite.
Yeah, like I think me and Matt were talking about this a couple of episodes, and like I feel there is a lot of people that just push their kids into stuff, and like they have no interest in it, or when the stuff they are interested in, they blow it off. Like it's not valuable. Like,
Oh, that's the key word. You're right. It's not valuable. Just because, just from my personal experience, of course, with my son being 12 and I have a 7-year-old daughter. And shout out to my lovely wife, Michelle.
Yeah, shout out to Michelle.
Yeah. Thank you for watching the kids while we do this.
Hey, gotta add that in there.
For the one time.
I'm telling you.
Oh, hey, if you calling the show, hey, y'all got a rental apartment?
Okay.
Hey, but just from my experience with my son, of course, from those that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, plays baseball. Those that knew me back in the day growing up, I'm a basketball guy. I played basketball, played a little football back in like middle school, was never good at all. So when he took interest in baseball, it just kind of opened up a whole world because of the fact that, of course, I never played baseball. I wasn't a baseball guy. So as a father, my main focus was, okay, let me research, let me continue to put him around those who know the game more than I do, or let me as a father reach out to other fathers to say, hey, I'm a basketball guy, so y'all gonna have to help me out with baseball bats and all this other stuff. But just that father aspect of saying, okay, if I don't know, let me ask.
Yeah.
First is, no, I need you to play football, because, your great uncle was a Viking, or your great uncle was a Wildcat, and, and all that other stuff, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the kids will do it and they'll excel at it. But overall, later on, you'll have tons of regrets, man.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back and it can actually wind up allowing a lot of kids to hate their fathers.
Oh yeah, man.
Shout out to you for not being prideful, for one.
Yes, sir.
Being too prideful to ask other fathers for help, or other men, like, hey, I don't really know about the game. So, once you, what can you tell me about it? Or what can you show my son about it? Not being too prideful to let another guy come in, and maybe show him something, or show him a different way of doing it that may be a little bit better, and also being humble enough to be like, hey, I don't know about, I don't know everything about this. You know what I'm saying? Because, some people, like, they got to know it all. Okay. They got to know it all. They got to be able to do it all.
I've met a couple of those that, it's just, they feel like because they played the game, or just because, they feel like they were athletic, then they have to be the one to show their son. Yeah. And I always say, the most important thing a father can do, introduce your son to the sport.
Right.
Yeah.
Then allow somebody else to teach him about the sport based on their knowledge of it. I don't necessarily like to take it spiritual, so to speak, but it's almost like them saying, one planting, one water, God gives the increase. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you stick with that same type of foundation, that's really what it does. Like, I plant the seed of introducing him, saying, hey, would you like to play soccer, baseball, football, or whatever?
Exactly, man.
And if he takes interest in it, okay, whatever he takes interest in, if I don't know about that particular sport, let me make some phone calls. Let me text a couple of people and say, hey, man, you played the game, so can you train my son? And he say, yeah, I can train your son. So then in the midst of him training, then God allows that talent and that skill within him to come out and just blossom.
Yeah. And you know what? I think the South really has that stigma of you either gonna play football or basketball.
Ooh.
And we're not really interested in like soccer. We're not interested in baseball.
Yep.
Like even golf and tennis, like we don't really be feeling it like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's so important to like introduce us in those avenues.
Yes.
Because we ain't got that representation. Like,
Especially us.
I think just from my experience of even just from the mentoring whole standpoint of looking at it, most if you really look at it, and even based on history, most athletes in the football and the basketball arena, that's almost like an instant fame. see an NFL player, you instantly recognize, oh, that's, Randy Moss, or, hey, that's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
PA, that's LeBron. Baseball is more like, oh, okay, I've seen him. I've, kind of heard of him. And then you're like, oh, he does play baseball. Now, from the retrospect which is weird because baseball is the highest paid sport.
Oh, yeah.
Make more money, longer career.
Yeah.
But most African Americans go for the instant fame.
Yeah.
So where I've been teaching my son, it's like, hey, it's not about the instant fame of being a celebrity right now or who's most recognizable right now. But at the end of the day, it's about a longer career and then about making your money work for you, at the end of the day. Because when you really look at it, like the ESPN 30 for 30 and all that stuff, man, a lot of those guys and majority on that list are NBA and NFL guys who've blown $200-300 million in a span of 7 to 10 years, some even 2-3 years.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Like sports in general, like you really gotta watch, and nurture them into what they want to do, because one, they'll grow up hating it, like.
I think that's the most important thing that I've always shared with my son, even now, like to the point, like he's 12, and I'll ask him about does he want to play for a certain team. I have coaches calling me all the time from South Carolina to Florida to of course all over the state of Georgia, saying, hey, can he play with us this weekend?
Yeah.
And of course it used to be a point where I'm like, oh, okay, well, we're not busy, so I'll say, yeah, we can play. But now he's 12 and he's at the age where I'm like, hey, this coach from South Carolina wants you to play with their team. And so at first he'll say, well, okay, I'll play. Till I seen his maturity and growth to now he's like, tell me more about the team. Who is the coach? Stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, the coach is a good guy. But at the same time, although he may be a good guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's a good guy, but he may not be a great coach for that time and moment. So it's like teachable moments here and there. But like I said, just being honest as a father, being open, being honest and willing just to say, hey, I don't know this, or you know what, son, I tell you what, let's not play this weekend. Let me do a little bit more research, because you know what, something you just said, I need to kind of think about, So.
Oh yeah, man.
What do you think can be done possibly to like kind of reconcile the father back into the modern family?
Oof. Honestly, personally, just really doing what's best for the kid. I know many from a flip side, you got, church folks that say, oh, you got to pray more and a praying man and da-da-da-da-da-da. That's great and that's cool, but you could be a praying man, but not active in your kid's life. So honestly, just being active, just communicating. I mean, as a father, that is probably one of the most easiest things you can do. If you feel like, oh, I don't know how to communicate with somebody my age or older, hey, practice on your kid. Say, well, hey, tell me what you like, what you don't like, or what can I do better as a father? And kids say stuff like, I want you to play with me more. And when you look at it, you're like, okay, but you can come up with all kinds of excuses like, well, I just got home, oh, I'm tired. But they don't understand that. They just know, I just want to play with my dad. I want to play with my father. But just being honest, being open, and just not being afraid to really just be a father in a sense. Just stopping my own personal agenda, what I got going on, and say, you know what? Let me just get my hands on my kid, because, I tell DJ all the time, you're going to go from 12, 13, 14, 15, like it's happening so fast. It's like, oh my God, like, if I don't look back at pictures, sometimes I can't remember when he was 2 to 3. Now I'm like, dang, you 12, you'll be a teenager next year, and then you're playing sports, you in big boy sports now, 13, 14 years old. He's now starting to be recruited. So it's like, oh Lord, So that is a whole nother arena on its own. So if I don't continue to be a father and be there, by the time the whole recruiting process, which starts early now, like I'm still just kind of, learning that whole aspect of things when recruiters are starting to send emails and all that stuff. Then you got the girl phase, which is going to come into play eventually, whether it's early or not. Right now, he's like, yeah, dad, whatever.
Right now.
Excited.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like, it's going to hit. So it's just a matter of let me be that father, like you said, let me jump in and be that father, talk and try to keep those lines of communication open as much as possible. So when it does hit, then he can maybe say, well, man, dad, this girl, she said she wanted me to come over, blah, 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 blah. And then I can kind of help guide, so to speak. That's
I feel that, man.
Speaking of, the phase of girls and everything, what do you think about WAP, man?
Man, that mess right there.
Jesus. I tried to be mature about it and be like, okay, let me watch this.
Let me dissect it.
Boy,
let me rightly divide.
First couple of minutes, I was like, oh my Lord. And listening, I said, ooh. Honestly, it's great for entertainment. Like I said, I'm not judging Cardi and the other young lady. But at the same time, I think we, as African Americans and Chinese or Hispanics, whites, whatever race, have to learn that every time we come up with something, we don't have to sexualize everything. Everything. And if you notice nowadays, everything is being sexualized. It's like every single thing. And it's tough enough as it is with just seeing things and hearing things that are not trying to be sexualized. But for something like that, it's in your face. There. Yeah. And honestly, because y'all know music and y'all love music, and I'm a musician myself. So if you're not careful, you riding in the car, you just it'll be on your mind like,
I'll be there like,
you know what the excuse I make? Oh, that beat tight.
Okay, you ain't lying.
Yeah.
So I try to find the instrumental.
Okay. Hey, hit that drum loop on.
To not feel guilty about the actual words. Hey, but the reality of it is, and I hadn't even listened all the way through it. Like the first, I think 2 minutes, I said, ooh.
Oh yeah, it's rough to get.
And when I understood what it meant, I said, oh Lord.
Yeah, I think I listened to the edited version, so I was like, I didn't even know that's what they. I think even after listening to it, I didn't understand what it meant because they can't say. All they can say is wet.
Pretty much.
I was like, okay, man, but the video made it pretty clear. So
very clear.
Painted the picture in 4K, I believe.
Man.
For real, man. And so, everybody's like, so I've been seeing a lot of women. I was like, yeah, check, talking about, this is a sexually liberating video. I was like, really? Check.
I was like,
check. Let me go get you off my friends list, boy. I'm like, I can't have that type of.
You know what? That's something. It's interesting that you have to actually do that. And it's funny because I can actually tie that back into mentoring into fatherhood because when you see that, honestly, stuff like that will contaminate your spirit. Because then when you look at your friends list, you like, oh dang! One day I just scrolled down my friends list, and I don't know if Facebook just add friends because sometimes I'm like, dang.
Yeah, Facebook set you up.
Because I'm like, I know I wouldn't have added her as a friend. When I go back through, or you randomly see somebody post something crazy, you like, I wouldn't have accepted her if I knew that this what she was doing, or I'm like, I know I didn't accept her as a friend. But when you go through, you clean it up. Only because now with my son being 12, like, of course, he's social media savvy. You know, he has a Twitter account for his baseball, and just recently today got an Instagram account. You know, for his baseball and
my dad, I'm on that.
I already added him.
So I'm teaching him how to use it wisely, saying, hey, look, recruiters look at this stuff, so keep it clean. So just don't be following everybody, because when they're looking at your page, then somebody may accidentally tag you or something, and that stuff come up. And you know, it could be taken the wrong way. And then just as a father, a lot of times I be thinking like, you know what, you know, let me make sure that I keep myself, you know, clean, because like you said, I can be, you know, texting somebody back. And so now even my 7-year-old daughter, they'll come in there and be like, "Ooh, Dad, who you texting?" Or, "Dad, your phone rung," or something like that. Or, and I could be taking a shower and they say, "Oh, Dad, this lady named Miss Tammy just text you. She said, you know, she'll see you tomorrow." Like, and I know what it means.
Exactly.
And I'm like, dang, can you imagine if something crazy come across my phone? Because I don't have a lock on my phone at all.
Right.
So I be thinking, you know, as a father, I be now even more so. I've always thought like that, but at these ages now, I'm really starting to become more and more conscious of just little things like that. You know, like I said, just trying to be a better father, basically. You know, there's no rule book, there's no handbook, but just trying to be mature about it, man, at the end of the day.
Yeah, even with the social media, I just watched this documentary called The Social Dilemma, and it just showed us how much first of all, we're sold as people, as ads. Like, man, like, they really program us to think the way we think. And that's why, like you said, you really got to guard them in that aspect. Make them have their own thoughts. Make them be individuals and not just another person doing the same old. But yeah, man, we gotta do better as, you know, parents and like just people overall. And, you know, just speaking of that, so let's go into mentorship. You have definitely been a mentor to me and Matt over the years. And like, what fueled you to really start mentoring?
Honestly, it really just sort of happened. For me, because growing up, I was always, of course, the youngest, and I just was always the one that was always told, like, you know, no, you need to listen to somebody else, or you need to listen to somebody older. And there were times where I felt like I wasn't really given a voice. So for me, mentoring was, okay, I just need to give someone a voice. Even to the point of, even if it's just listening to them about just their everyday life, their everyday situations. And the beauty about it is just, it can be something completely off the wall. It doesn't have to be, you know, man, you know, my dad wasn't here, or my dad didn't take me to go get ice cream, so can you go take me to get ice cream? Now you my mentor. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. But from all spectrums, just from me mentoring, I've dealt with mentees that, you know, from suicidal thoughts to all the way to, you know, okay, their parents divorced, or they've lost their boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever the case may be. And honestly, just literally just allowing them to talk and tell me how they actually really feel about that situation. It just kind of opens the door.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, like, all of that takes a place, and really we gotta stay away from the foolishness.
Right.
Stay away from the foolishness, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, y'all know what time it is.
Oh yes.
It is Miss Me with the Foolishness. All right, so, bro, I want you to chime in on this, bro. Okay. Go ahead and read the article, bro.
All right, so this Florida man was shot. Well, this Florida man shot a doctor because during the prostate exam, it made him have an orgasm. My thoughts exactly, Derrick. During a prostate exam. And you know, we getting up there. We gonna have to do it one day. But no.
Wait.
Yeah. Straight up.
Like,
he shot the doctor.
He shot the doctor in the chest, bruh.
Several
because
times.
He told the doctor, he was like, say no homo. Doctor didn't know what that meant. And so he bust one in that man's chest.
Mm-hmm.
Phrasing.
crazy though. Like,
Yeah.
that's
In Florida. This happened in Florida too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
This
you heard
happened
about it.
This happened in Jacksonville.
You heard about this.
no. I haven't done.
Oh, you thought we was playing. Oh, he
no,
thought we
no.
was playing.
This is a real
He thought we
article.
was playing.
I thought this was like a moment of the day. Like,
Oh no.
No.
Bro,
This happened.
real.
This happened. We just making fun of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like, bruh, he straight up shot this man because he got his jollies off, and like,
So I did a little research. Apparently, that's normal. You know, when you're having a prostate exam, it is normal for a man to orgasm because that's where his G spot
even the doctor said that the G spot carries semen, so it's very sensitive. So when it's touched and massaged, you get an orgasm with no effort. So man,
hurt. But
yeah, I was like, man.
So the doctor was
administering an exam.
Got excited.
Yeah.
On accident. Like, it was not like there was no strange stuff going on. I mean, it was just a
doing
routine exam. And the dude messed around and shot one off, man. And then he messed around and shot one off again.
Man, he ain't know how to feel. So.
He knew exactly how to feel, man. The dude was like mad homophobic. So
he was like
he was like, say no homo. He was like, huh?
Okay.
Pow!
So he shot the doctor
in the chest. He survived though. He actually made it. The doctor actually made a full recovery.
Yeah. I don't know how he even got a gun in there. Like, cause you
I don't, does the article actually say that he shot him right after it happened though?
I think he might have came back and shot him, but
the patient, I guess.
Oh, this dude done fled
or something.
Nah, he wasn't.
No, he was straight.
Homophobic. He was like mad homophobic.
Oh yeah, so he kind of like, man, what the.
Okay. Yo, he was like, hey man, you just made me.
Yeah, like pretty much.
But he was exempt. But
he
the
was just doing this.
He wasn't supposed to like.
No, like we said,
I feel like don't that. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was about to do the flip side of it from a female. Like you got. Oh God.
I mean, well, that's just to say. I mean, I don't know, dude. I have to ask a woman like when she goes to get her paps, like to get checked and whatnot. Does she ever orgasm during it? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm about to ask.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing. I mean, because but most of the time, I think when most females, like when they go to the doctor or whatever, like I know, like for my wife, she a lot of times she said it's uncomfortable. So you already like,
that's what
please hurry up, please hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Because other than your husband or boyfriend or whomever seeing you, it's a doctor, female doctor. But even then, you still got some females are kind of like, but I feel like it's just so uncomfortable. I mean, I know I would. I'd be sitting there like, bro, like hurry up, man.
I would be.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet. I'm still like, ooh.
Well, you know how you go to the doctor and then they be checking your scrotum for lumps down there.
For a physical,
So that there alone,
okay,
to have you like, all right, bro, you squeeze one too many times now.
Too long there. Like,
like, let go.
Right.
Yeah, man, but yeah, man, but
so he fled the country though. They couldn't find him. They
he's still out there somewhere.
He's still on the loose.
Hold on. Wait, he fled the country?
Well, they think he fled the country anyway because they can't find him.
Yeah. Dude went ghost.
Yeah, he went mad.
Like after that moment, he had to question everything.
Yeah, he shot the doctor and took off. Like
Why not say, hey, he was sexually molesting me, so I defend.
Oh, no, that wasn't gonna fly because I mean that's what he was there for. He was there for the prostate exam.
Right.
So you know,
and that's hard to prove, especially if you made an appointment, and that's tough though. Especially as a doctor, you give an exam, especially to females, and you a male doctor.
Oh yeah, man.
I can't imagine, man.
I'm like,
even if you got cameras there in the room and you like, okay, stuff is watching me. That's soon as she be like, it just didn't feel right this time. You like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, bro. So here comes the hard question.
Oh, Lord.
You gotta get your prostate exam, male or female. Either one can go first.
Female.
I got
female. Yeah, I think we all the way around with that one.
I don't need no
female. And like I said, for those that are, homosexual or not homosexual, whatever. I mean, I'm like, I support whatever they do and don't do whatever. But I just, and most people would try to disagree and be like, well, if you ain't like that, then it shouldn't matter. No. That's my personal preference.
Exactly.
Bump that. I don't want no man's fingers up my whatever.
Yeah,
I'm good.
No.
I'm straight. No pun intended.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, speaking of that, it made me think about a quick little pause. When I worked at a hospital, long time ago, South Georgia Medical Center, and how I would hear little horror stories about different people coming in there, and I'll never forget this man came in there with a remote control. Stuck up his butt.
Man, that sound like Sex Brought Me to the ER.
That sound like
these are true stories from South Georgia Medical Center.
Oh, and man,
dude, I was like, wait, what? Like for real? And said he was trying to see if something he slipped and fell on it or something.
Nah, he slipped and fell.
A remote control.
Nah, bro. He's got one of them things where he likes to stick stuff up his butt. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But bro, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh yeah, no problem. No, hey, I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Like you said, just want to give a quick plug in here. Cap Alpha Psi, the Austin Alumni chapter, having our golf tournament, 8th annual golf tournament coming up on October 30th, which is a Friday, October 30th, and I'll send y'all the flyer,
cool.
Or whatever. And if y'all want to, get in the tournament or be a sponsor, I'm just a whole sponsor, $100. Just wanted to quickly throw that in there.
All right, well, let the people know where they can follow you, bro.
Follow me on Facebook at Derrick Carter, basic name. No, the D smooth, nice. No, none of that, just Derrick Carter. You can follow me on Twitter. At DC_executive. DC_executive. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at DC_the_executive. But as soon as you type in DC executive, it should pop right up. Follow me. Miss me with the foolishness, because on my page, it's all about really my son. You'll see most of the posts about my son, my daughter, family pics and stuff like that or whatever. So,
yes, sir.
So definitely follow me. I got some stuff actually coming out, hopefully for 2021. Okay. Hopefully some more events that I've kind of been working on behind the scenes, which was supposed to be released this year in 2020, of course, with COVID and stuff. And I'm definitely not trying to have that on my conscience that, 100 people came to my event and 100 people left with COVID. So
right.
I don't need that. So like I said, definitely excited about it. Cap Alpha Psi, Austin Alumni chapter will be hosting our 8th annual golf tournament at Kinderloo Forest Golf Club on Friday, October the 30th. Okay. And so to register, or if you want to play as a single, it's $90, and for a team, it's $360.
Okay.
So they can go to my page, Derrick L. Carter, on my Facebook page, or in my Twitter, DC_executive, or my Instagram, DC_the_executive, and see the flyer for details.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, bro, while we at it, Blazing the Stage was the thing, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
Blazing the Stage was lit, man.
Oh, man.
What's up? What's up with that, man?
Actually, that was one of the things I was actually looking to come back up. in 2020. Of course, like I said, when things kind of happened with COVID, I
Right,
literally
right.
had to shift everything. But I'm definitely pushing for some things in 2021. Hoping to have Kel back, definitely,
Okay.
because that was a pretty dope show with Kel
Yeah,
Mitchell.
definitely.
man.
Yeah,
I love
that
his
was fun.
realness, and I'm definitely looking to have Kiki back.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
show. Yeah, I missed that show, but I definitely want to see her.
Man,
Oh, yeah,
it's funny because it
That
came
was
up on my
good.
timeline the other day, and I talked to her mom actually quite often.
Mhm.
Her mom, they pass through Valdosta often, but they don't really make a big announcement about it. And they'll text me, and I'll meet them, and we'll go sit and talk and
Gotcha.
eat and stuff like that. And
Yes,
it's
sir.
pretty cool, like how humble and down to earth they've been, since kind of being a part of them for about 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years, man.
But Dad and Q Parker from the group 112. So
Yes, sir.
I'm actually looking to do like I like that 90s, early 2000s vibe. I want to show where I can encompass, like you said, your H Town, your Silk, the artists like that. Just kind of. I like that whole mood. Like all the music was nice. Like it's kind of like all the music. It makes you think back. Like, man, I was in middle school when this came out, and it's like, and those were like good moments, So I'm hoping 2021, we'll have some of that going on. And hey, just really looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shoot, bro. Again, bro, we appreciate you, man, for taking some time out your day, man, to come and sit with us for a little bit, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for having me.
Sir.
We definitely gonna get you on again.
Oh, yeah,
that Church Hurt Part 2 gonna be extravagant, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
we might get the round table for that.
We gonna have it's gonna be at least 6 of us, man. Me, bro.
Please put me on that. Oh my Lord. Ooh.
That Church Hurt Part 2, we're gonna have somebody in their feelings out here.
Yeah. Oh, for real, definitely. Yeah. Hey, I'll keep it 100. Ooh, Lord Jesus.
100. Like, don't we say 100, we say 100. For the one time.
Yes, sir. But
yeah, man. But yeah, that one's coming, bro. That one's coming, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know yet, but that one's definitely coming. Got to get all the people in it first.
Yeah.
That's a real segment. I mean, oh man, I love to create a talk show and do that.
That episode was gonna. That particular episode is probably gonna be like an hour.
I'll keep y'all posted on that one.
Oh yeah, man. Shoot.
Yeah, man.
It's a live audience for it too.
Okay, for real.
I'll get up there. Get up there. Sir, what do you have to say? This what happened to me. Yeah, I'm like,
hey, they start going off like, man, nobody treated me wrong. Oh, I'm sure somewhere it's gonna happen. Why?
Man.
Oh yeah.
But that alone, man, that can stretch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be shoot. We can stretch that out. Well, we can stretch that. That turn into a whole sub series.
Right, that one. Y'all gonna.
I think
a lot of followers.
Probably our most watched episode.
Yeah, man. Definitely. We definitely gonna invite you back for that one. We got a couple of people in mind for that one actually.
Yeah. We already got some people lined up to. It's gonna be a group thing.
A whole panel, man.
Might have to be like, hold up, raise your hand.
Yeah. For real.
I can see that.
Yeah.
For real, man. But yeah, bro, we definitely, like I said, man, we appreciate you, man. You keep doing your thing, bro.
Yeah. Proud of you, man.
Keep inspiring people. Keep mentoring. Because it ain't everybody ain't cut out to be mentors. You got some people out here that shouldn't be mentoring.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be mentoring their own kids.
Right. I agree.
You're right, though.
I agree, man. Honestly. And I'll just say this through mentoring, man. It's one of those things you have to put yourself out the way. You have to literally just forget about you. And in the midst of it, the mentor is gonna get hurt. Through sometimes people take it and they like you said, they move on, they don't come back. Sometimes they don't say thank you.
Yeah,
but if you're not in it for that, then you just be like, okay, cool. Sometimes 10 years later, and I've had some, which is crazy, up until I think a couple of months ago, they'll just, randomly, shoot me a text that, I keep in contact with some of my former students and say, you know what, thank you, for just listening to me. I was at a low point, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like I said, I've dealt with so many suicide, especially my last year at BSU when I was working at Val State. That semester, honestly, just one semester alone.
Boy, I can imagine, boy.
15 to 20 that dealt with suicide.
Wow.
I could definitely imagine that.
And so to have somebody say, if it wasn't for you, I promise you, I was about to jump off the parking deck. Or if it wasn't for you, just saying hey and just being concerned that day, literally I was, I had already ran my tub full of water and I was about to drown myself. And so to hear those things now, I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, there's well, you didn't know, you were just being yourself, being kind to others and just listening. And I'm like, well, wow, that's what everybody should do. And then they people don't care about people like they used to. It's being a father, fathers don't mentor their own sons like they used to. They just too busy just trying to save everybody else and save the whole world versus just saying, you know what, let me focus on mine. So, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's so much to talk about, bro. It's so much to unpack.
I'm gonna do a segment on that myself, and I'm definitely gonna have y'all. Definitely be a part of it.
Man, hit us up anytime, bro.
I definitely want to do a segment on about mentoring and breaking it over to academics, and then just kind of doing some things. So that's something that I'm working on as well, like a mentor segment where I can really go in depth and talk to those that have dealt with some stuff and almost have somebody on the show or talk about live what they're dealing with.
Man,
like a counselor, but I have some certified licensed counselors that can be there as well. But that release, man, people need that release.
Man.
Because without it, because even when you go through it, people make you think that you're crazy. I know that I'm feeling like this, okay, either I'm being or I know I ain't crazy, and you just need somebody to listen to say, no, you're right, and then it just help you decipher through some stuff.
Definitely, man. Yeah, man.
We keep all these things in mind. Everybody who's watching, man, reach out to somebody, man. Y'all reach out to somebody. Just ask them how they doing, man. Sometimes that's all it takes. I ain't gonna lie, I don't be feeling like doing it most of the time. So, boy, Lord, don't send them my way, boy. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just playing. But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody watching.
Oh yeah,
man. You can follow me at Matthew Priest on Facebook, Matthew E Priest. Well, Matthew _E_Priest on Instagram, and I'm President MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Oh yeah, you can follow me at The Chase Harder on all social media platforms.
And once again, I am Matt P.
And I'm Jeremy Chase.
This is Parking Lot Parables one time.
Yes, sir.